Hey guys, welcome back. For today's video, I am showing you guys my flawless sweat-proof summer 2023 base routine. So it is what I have on right now, and this looks so good. This has been such an improvement since last year's, because like last year's it was good, but this year's is just amazing. Like, you guys need to try this. If you guys want to know how I achieved this flawless base, then just make sure you guys keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome back. So obviously by what you guys saw in the intro, today I am showing you guys my flawless sweat-proof base routine. I did do this video last year, but I obviously have a couple of products that I use this time that I didn't use back then. So it obviously looks a little bit different. So yeah, let's just get started. So I already prepped my skin. So I applied moisturizer, my sunscreen, and my Merit serum. So my skin is good to go. And I didn't do my eyebrows. I haven't filled them in. I just carved them out before I do my foundation. For foundation, I am using my Estee Lauder foundation. This is in the shade 3N2 Wheat. I did use the 4N2 last summer, but I feel like last summer I had more color. This summer I feel like I don't really have color yet. I really need to go tanning. I'm supposed to go this weekend, so cross your fingers. Hopefully the weather's good. So I know that the sponge soaks up some of the foundation, but that's kind of what I like about it. I don't really like going that in with foundation, so I just dot it like this and then blend. This foundation is amazing for the summer. Like, you guys have no idea. I mean, I obviously really like it if I'm still using it. I've been using it for years. I always go back to it. Okay, and with whatever foundation is left on my sponge, I just go in on my eyelid, so everything blends. But yeah, I have oily skin and this foundation is amazing. So if you guys have oily skin, you guys should definitely try it. Now that we have foundation on, I mean, look at how good this looks. Ignore my under eyes, I know, but look. And also you see how that line under my eyebrow is like pretty much gone. Like, it's literally just all blended perfectly. That's what we want. Okay, but also another thing that I learned was that the longer, the more time I took doing my makeup, the better it looked. I know it's kind of something obvious, but I don't know, I always kind of rushed and just like, you know, kind of just slapped everything on and thought that that was fine. But now that I kind of like, you know, take my time, I let my foundation set a little bit before I go in with bronzer and blush, you know, just, you know, take my time doing this. It just comes out so much better and just so much like smoother, flawless. Just take your time. So now I'm gonna go in with bronzer, and I'm obviously using my Merit bronzer balm in the shade Leo. I love this bronzer stick. So I just go in on my forehead. I like my forehead being super bronze. The tip of my nose. I'm gonna do a little line right here too, like that. A little bit under here, just to kind of blend it all together. Something, go right here, just to kind of lift, sculpt my face a little more. I do go in on my cheekbone, but with that I just go in with my brush. I just grabbed a little bit. I feel like it just looks so much more airbrushed. Okay, so now we just blend. I love how bronzed my forehead looks. So we have bronzer on, looking really good. So now we go in with blush. And for blush today, I am using the Rare Beauty blush in Bliss, the pink one. I love this one. At first I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like it that much. It's just gonna be like a going out kind of shade, you know, something more like out there, but I love it. It looks so, I just love how it looks. It just looks so natural. So when I blend my blush, I always try to focus more right here. Kind of like where my highlight would go, honestly. And then I kind of drag it up. I start blending a little bit up and a little bit into like my cheeks like this. Whatever is left, I just go on my nose, you know, kind of blend it all together, and on my chin. And now I go in with my sponge and just blend it. I don't want it to look that harsh, you know? Okay, so this is how it's looking. I like doing my blush before I do my concealer just because I feel like whenever the concealer goes over it, it just kind of blends better instead of going in with concealer first and then going with blush. It just blends way, way better. Now that we have the Rare Beauty blush on, I'm just gonna top it off with my Merit blush. I love how this makes my skin look. It just makes it look so dewy. And obviously it just gives a little extra color. So I love that. Okay, but now that we look like this, we are done with blush. Now we go in with concealer. For concealer, I am using the Huda Beauty concealer in the shade 2.7N. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna go a shade darker because I thought that this would be more like my skin tone shade, but I mean, it obviously wasn't. So I need to buy a darker one, so then this could be my like brightening shade, and then the other one could just be like a natural everyday shade. So I go in with a brush, I just grab a little dot, and with that I just kind of go in. Okay, so now that we look like this, I used to go in and use my brush, my Face and Conceal brush from Huda Beauty, but lately I've just been liking the sponge to soak more of the product, so I just go in with my sponge. After I go in and set with my Huda Beauty powder in the shade Pound Cake. Yeah, Pound Cake. And then after that, I go in with my other Huda Beauty powder, and this one is in Cherry Blossom Cake, obviously the pink one. And then to set my entire face, I go in with my Laura Mercier powder, just a translucent one. And I'm telling you guys right now the products, because I feel like once I like, you know, do my eyes and I start blending and stuff, I kind of forget to tell you guys. So I might as well tell you guys right now, right? So yeah. Now that it's been sitting on for a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and start blending it and then, you know, do the powder and all that. Look at how bright and snatched that looks. Wow. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my powder. So I just use my beauty sponge. Like, you know, I don't remember what this one's called. It's the beauty blender, but like the sponge one. I don't remember what it's called, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys know. The puff. Yeah, not a sponge, a puff. I just kind of make sure powder is in there. I don't go with a whole lot, but you know, just to set it. Not really for baking yet, just setting. We bake with the pink one. But yeah, so now that I made sure that my puff is full of powder, I'm just go in again and blend whatever creases are in there, on there. Okay, now that we don't have any creases, I go in with my sponge. So like this. Ooh, we're looking good. Today is gonna be a good makeup day. I just know. With whatever is left on my sponge, I'm gonna go in and blend my eyes, my eyelid, because we haven't set them. So we're just gonna go ahead and set them right now. Okay, so now to set our face, I'm just gonna go in with my Laura Mercier powder, and I just go in with my sponge now. I kind of just tap it on. I make sure my forehead is super like caked up with powder, because my forehead is the first thing that gets oily, and I obviously don't want that. So I have to make sure that has a lot of powder, and it has a lot of time to soak up the powder. Then over here, I just go in right here and set this. Then around my nose and my chin. Okay, this is looking amazing. Okay, so obviously now we have to set our neck. We cannot forget about our neck. So that I make sure it's like really covered with powder. Now I just go in with a really fluffy brush, and with whatever is left on my cap, I use it on my brush and just lightly set everything that's left. So like the edges of my forehead, my cheeks, whatever is left right here, just press it in, you know, all over my face like this. Yeah, now that we look like this, oh, the base looks so good. Let me give you guys a little close-up. We're obviously still not done, but just so you guys see how good it looks. Focus, please. Ignore my mustache. Obviously, we still have powder on my forehead, like I said, and under my eye, but you know, everything else looks really good. Okay, so we're obviously still not done, and now we can go in with our powders. So now I'm gonna go in with my butter bronzer, Physicians Formula. You guys already know I love this bronzer, and I will always love this bronzer. It's just so amazing. This is in the shade Deep Bronzer. Then I obviously apply this everywhere where I applied my cream bronzer. And remember, now that, you know, since we don't have our eyebrows done yet, I can go in and really get in there with the bronzer. And also when we do our eyeshadow. Hello?
Hey, babe.
Okay. Doing my makeup. Okay, so now that we have bronzer on, I am gonna go in with my blush. And for blush, I am using the little pink shade, and this is my UVS Place Volume 2 blush palette. I just kind of dust off whatever was left on my forehead with the blush brush. And this is what we look like now. Okay, and then for my last blush, I like using my Bisou Rubor. I got this in Mexico, and I love the glow that it gives me after. It just gives you such like a natural glow without like the highlighter. I just don't like highlighter like that anymore, so I just go in with my blush so it looks still like kind of like shiny, but not too much. But yeah, this is what we have now. Okay, so now we can finally press in whatever powder we have left under our eyes. Now with my little triangle puff, I go in with my pink powder from Huda Beauty. Just a little bit, and that's what I'm gonna use to bake, but I only bake right here. Okay, so right here, that's all I bake. So like this. So now this powder, I just leave it on while I do my eyeshadow, my eyebrows, you know, everything that's left to do, and then I dust it off right before I do my bottom lash line. So yeah, now I'm just gonna leave this on and finish doing my routine, and then come back and show you guys how the base looks. But, oh yeah, and then we'll finish the base because there's still a couple products that I use after that, you know, after I finish my face. So yeah, I will be back. Okay, we are back with the finished look. Okay, wait, no, actually, we are not finished. I still have to set my face. So, but I mean, everything else is pretty much done. So the last part for my base routine is the setting spray, and I use 2 setting sprays. So, okay, so last summer I tried the Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray, and oh my god, this setting spray helped my makeup so much. I mean, this is already pretty good, but this setting spray just makes it so much better. And I top it off with the e.l.f. Mist setting spray. Is it a setting spray? Yeah, setting mist. I like how dewy this setting spray makes me look. I feel like it just makes it just soak more into my skin and just makes it look more natural. But yeah, so I use these 2 together. So first I go in with the De-Slick one. I apply a little bit, let it dry a little bit. Then now that it's mostly dry, I go in with the e.l.f. one. I love this mist. It's so nice. But yeah, so now that it is dry, we are finally done with the makeup look. Well, with the base routine. So this is what it's looking like. Let it focus a little bit. Come on. Okay. Looks so good. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, this is it for today's tutorial. I'm so happy that I got to show you guys this tutorial, because these products all together are bomb. You guys should definitely try them out if you haven't. If you guys enjoyed watching today's video, then please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not already, then please make sure to subscribe. You guys obviously know where the button is. Thank you guys so much for watching and keeping up, and I really hope to see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.